introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I am Kevin Grace, franchise manager for 343 Industries. I work on the Halo stories across all the games and the comics and the novels, and try to keep the universe straight, which is an interesting job.
I mean, I think from the gamer side. Now, Halo's huge property, of course. So, what made you guys decide to come to New York Comic Con? Of all places you guys could have went.
Of all places, why would we ever want to come to a place with 100,000 video game, comic, anime fans?
I mean, every year it gets bigger, and this is the biggest year for Comic Con.
I'm pretty sure you just answered the question. I mean, it's awesome. We've been to San Diego for a number of years now. With big Halo news, but as big as New York has gotten, and I mean, one of the things, not selfishly for me, but a lot of our partners are here, like the folks at Tor, the folks at Marvel. I mean, they're just here down the street, so it's a great chance for us to kind of work with see a lot of the people that we work with all the time, and obviously just get in touch with a huge pile of gaming fans.
Now, you guys announced a lot of stuff today. A lot of amazing stuff for the anniversary. So what made you decide to include the transition on the fly from the classic edition to the new anniversary edition?
The classic legacy and then the remastered mode. Hitting that back button, it started off as kind of a test feature, honestly, where we were using it it's kind of doing that comparison, like what did this used to look like to what are we making it look like now, to make sure that we were doing a good job of trying to bring that old classic game into the kind of graphics that we can pull off today. So it started that way, but every time we did it, like it was fun. It made us go, wow. Like that's really cool, and then we got it in, and I don't remember when it officially became official, but the feature kind of introduced itself, and then we didn't want to get rid of it, so we made it happen, and we were really lucky that Saber, who's the partner that we got that's working all the campaign stuff, we're able to get that in there and kind of do that. I mean, because we've got the old game, the original Xbox game running right underneath, and so you hit that back button, it's just like, see the layer, take it away, see the layer, take it away. And then being able to do it on the fly, all you want in the game. It's a lot of fun. I think that's definitely the feature that's gotten the most views from people when we show it off. So, yeah.
The Kinect integration that was announced for Halo Anniversary, that's something, I mean, it's understandable because it's a major Microsoft property, and what made you did you want to include it as 343, or did Microsoft come to you? How did that?
Oh yeah, I mean, we definitely wanted to look for a way to work that in. I mean, again, like Dan Ayub, our executive producer for the publishing team, said in the video that we saw earlier, in which you may have linked from your site, is that it's one more thing, one more piece of technology, one more way to enjoy games that exists now that wasn't in there 10 years ago that we wanted to add into this. We wanted to do more than just kind of put a new graphics and new coat of paint on this and call it a remake. So that's why we did the graphics and the sound and the achievements and the terminals and the skulls and all this stuff without laundry listing it. But yeah, we were looking for a way for Xbox owners who have a Kinect of finding a way to incorporate that into some of the more core games that they're talking about and make the experience more interesting, kind of give them something that they couldn't have done without it. But at the same time, making sure that we only did that in an area that stayed very clear of the core gameplay. But like that classic gameplay. So if you just want to play Halo, you grab the controller and go. It's that same game you played a long time ago. Kinect isn't going to change that. But if you've got one and you want to add a little more to it, then there's a little something special like that.
Now, for Halo, I mean, it was on the Xbox, and then like, what was it, 2 maybe or so years afterwards, it went to PC. Could you guys see yourself making this for anniversary for the PC players to give them their own 10-year?
It's something that we'll keep an eye on in terms of what fans are asking for and how many fans are out there. Right now, we don't have any plans for it because, frankly, we're just pleased to have survived going gold. I think we said today we finally did it. So. It's been a crazy amount of work, and we're going to give ourselves a tiny high five for surviving, and then get right back to it. We've got a lot of work still to do on the title update, making sure that's all polished and ready to go to come out on the, with all the hoppers alongside the game. And then we've got this other thing called Halo 4. That if we have any spare time, no, I'm joking. It's a huge effort for us, and I mean the most important thing we have going by far is Halo 4. So no plans for a PC.
So that's
port right now.
being worked on as this title also
Yeah,
progresses.
it's actually, I mean, it's a cool opportunity that we've got at 343. Yeah, is that we've got our publishing team with guys like Dennis, who's up here playing for us earlier. Is that the publishing team works like as a publishing organization, which means we work with our outside partners like Saber for campaign, CA for the multiplayer, the Sequence Group for the terminals, and kind of bring all the talent from those guys in to have a Halo project going. And then not the rest of the studio, but I mean by far the biggest part of the studio over here is working on Halo 4. And kind of my role, my team's role in the franchise team is to make sure that everything stays consistent, that we kind of keep the right Halo in all those places. I mean, obviously it's not just us, but we provide all of our partners, our internal team, and all of our external partners with all the Halo background information, references, resources that they need to make sure that these are you know, as perfect as we can make it for Halo.
I just want to confirm with the showing off of, let's say, I don't know what you're officially calling it, Waypoint 2.0, I guess we...
Okay, we can call it that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Now, that's like going towards like an elite type of thing, calling it elite type of thing with that. Just to confirm, no extra fees, nothing like that?
Yes. Yeah, and really what we're doing with that is trying to improve the experience. I mean, we know that there are some bits and pieces of Waypoint where it's a little hard to find things. You know, I mean, any website, all websites start that way. All websites usually have those kind of problems. I'm sure we'll have some things in 2.0 that we're going to want to fix, and they're going to come out in 3.0. But it's part of our long-term commitment towards making sure that everything we do for Halo is as good as possible. And I mean, like the title updates, is that we're going to get awesome stuff out there, and then we're going to pay attention. We're not just going to leave it. We're going to keep watching it. We're going to keep monitoring what people are saying, and we're going to keep making things better as long as people keep telling us what they want.
Now, with the interface for Waypoint 2.0, it's so streamlined. It looks great. Now, Kinect, you guys thinking about using Kinect with that? You know, going like this?
Thinking about that, nothing that we're talking about right now official, but that's definitely something. Is another one of the ways that might be a nice integration if you've got Kinect and kind of want to navigate that way.
Say stats.
Yeah,
Go right to your stats.
exactly. But it's only something that we're going to do if we can do a good job of it. And then
when you guys show it an anniversary, you guys are people to do it.
Well, I hope so. Thank you. You can get back to me on the 15th when it comes out and let me know if you really believe that. But yeah, so no, but the Waypoint guys have been going crazy. And one thing that Doug said in the panel earlier about the website scaling for all devices is kind of hard to talk about, but when they demoed it, I mean, it's as simple as you take your browser window and then you squeeze it. And so it usually starts out the full screen, half, third, quarter, all the way. But like every time he did that, I was actually kind of impressed, is that every time they did that, the design of the site changed. Once it reached a certain point, like if you've got great big long headlines and pictures here, when it gets into half, the pictures go away and the headlines wrap intelligently and the navigation still works. And then when you squeeze it over to something that's the size of a mobile device, it's just the headlines, but it looks like something that is actually pretty slick on a Windows 7 phone or on an iPhone or whatever you're looking at it. So, so the website is going to be really smart that way. And yeah, so we've got a good team on that, and they're always looking for ways to make it better.
From the perspective of 343, was it imperative to include co-op in the anniversary?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was so many Halo fans' memories of Halo really do start with co-op. Is the chance to finally sit down on the sofa and play with your friend and go through this whole thing together. I mean, that was kind of crazy 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we absolutely had to include that and bring an Xbox Live to it. I mean, that was kind of a natural. It's like you can finally do it. I will not say that it was easy. And I think Dennis is walking over, he would agree with me. Is it getting co-op over live to work? Was it a little stickier, I think, than initially maybe we'd thought? But yeah, it had to be in there.
What's the coolest story you can tell from like development standpoint, from what's been going on as you guys have been play testing and doing everything?
I think that the coolest story from a development standpoint. I mean, for me, and I've been making some rounds, doing some shown this off just in Mexico last week, and I've had a chance to talk to Halo fans all over the place, and up in Canada, and then Halo Fest was awesome. But for me, I think it really is the reaction. The first time that people see what happens when you hit the back button and you go from the game from 10 years ago and you hit it and bam and you're there, but you're there now, you're in 2011 and it's looking as good as anything else. It's just kind of seeing people's faces doing that change that has really, it's made us really excited, and hopefully it'll keep doing that for you, I think, the whole way as you play through.
And finally, as a Halo fan yourself, and as a member of the team, are you proud of what you've done to all those people who stuck around for those 10 or more years?
I am absolutely proud of the start of what we've done, because we're just getting going. I'm incredibly lucky to be working on Halo. I mean, I did start as a Halo fan. I was there at midnight when the first game came out and I bought it, just like anybody else, and played. And so the chance to continue that universe and keep telling those stories is an awesome opportunity, and we're very lucky that people have stuck with Halo for 10 years. And so, yeah, so I'm proud. We're just getting started, and we're still got a lot of fun yet to have.
All right, thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Thanks, sir. All right.